You have just installed OpenCode and now you want to make it as efficient as possible, so let's look at the best configuration for that. So let's open our bash and hit OpenCode. As a reminder, you can hit different models here. Recently, we decided to use vibecoding, which is the free one and the best one you can get for free. You have a few other ones that are free, Chinese technologies. If you're ready to enter your API key, you can also use some GPT-5 models, for example. But let's stay on vibecoding for the moment. The next thing we want to do is to install skills. So what are skills? Skills are a set of very specific instructions that give a lot of abilities to your coding agent. So the way you do it is typing /skills. And here you can search for some skills. So in my example, I'm going to build, let's say I have a revolutionary SaaS idea, and I'm definitely going to need a front end that the users can use and a back end or database. And let's say I'm going to go with the front end for the moment. So let's look for front end skills that they might have. Okay, there's none installed here. So what I suggest is you go on this beautiful website called skills.sh. This website allows you to find a lot of skills for your AI agents. You can install them with a single command, and there's so many of them. There's 91,000 of them. The ones we're going to look for is, this is one of the most famous ones, front-end design directly by Anthropic itself. So that's the one we're going to want to use. This one is going to help your agent create very good production-grade front-end interfaces with functional code, blah, blah, blah. So the way you install it, just copy this command by just hitting this little icon here. And let's OpenCode install it. I just pasted it here instead of OpenCode. Actually, I put it as a prompt, which is a bit weird, but still, OpenCode was smart enough to understand that I was trying to install it. So now it's running this command. Great, the front-end design skill has been installed. It's available at agent skill, blah, 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 front-end design. Let's go there. So OpenCode has created a folder here called .agent with skills inside, and here you can see front-end design there. For those of you who are used to using an IDE, I'm going to use one right now. I'm going to open my IDE right here, cursor. If not, you don't need to know this. This is just a way of looking at text files. So here's the skills that was just installed. You can see the skill here is just 2 text files. That's all. This is the only thing that a skill is. It's just a set of instructions that are written in plain English. If you want, you can read it. So yeah, the description is to create distinctive production grade, blah, 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 polished code UI design that avoids generic AI aesthetics. That's good. You can design lots of different things here. Critical, choose a clear and conceptual direction, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to touch this. It's going to work out of the box. If you have any more configuration that you want to put, this is going to be another place. We're going to see this in a second. In our case, there's also another skill that I want to install. I have decided to create my project in a framework called Next.js. So I would like to install all the skills that allow my agent to code in Next.js with the best professional code practices. So let's do that. Let's go and install this skill related to Next.js. Let's go for Next.js. I wasn't able to find the good one for Next.js because there's so many of them, but here's something that is beautiful. If you look at the most popular skill here, it's one called Find Skills. And if you click on it, it shows you this one allows you to identify relevant skills. So when you say, how do I do X or find a skill for X, it finds it by itself. So you know what? That's the one I'm going to use. And then I'm going to use it to find Next.js. So let's do this. Let's go to my OpenCode and paste this. Off we go. So OpenCode has understood that I was trying to install this skill, and it's going to install it by itself. Perfect. You now have 2 skills loaded, front-end design and find skills. Now I'm going to say, please install Next.js skills. And as you can see, it's going to use find skills to find the skill I want to install. It's a bit of a skillception. Okay, it found it. Did it? No, it's searching. Oh, and it found quite a few. Okay, it found several skills, but it says they're pretty low install counts. Would you like me to install one of these? Like, no. Well, let's see how OpenCode does. Let's ask OpenCode directly. I've decided to ask OpenCode directly this question. I want to create a SaaS using Next.js for both the front end and the back end. Do you need to install a specific skill to work with Next.js, or can you do it by default? Okay, so my knowledge needed to be a bit updated. When I first learned OpenCode a few weeks ago, we had to install the Next.js skill. Apparently, it's not necessary enough. Okay, great. Do you want me to start scaffolding the SaaS project? So not for the moment, because before I do this, there's another skill that I suggest you also install. So we spoke about front-end design and fine skills. I think you definitely should be using these two, but there's the third one that I think you should be using, which is called AI SDK. This one is a very good skill to have as well, also developed by Vercel, the company that is developing Next.js. This means if your app needs to call any other AI providers, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, it will know exactly how to do it. This way you can communicate with agents, chatbots, RAG systems. It has some React hooks, use chat, use completion. So I suggest you use this skill as well for every one of your projects. So once you have these three skills, you will be ready for any one of your SaaS projects. Okay, well, apparently there was an update to OpenCode because now you don't even need it anymore. Okay, perfect. Well, forget what I said. You only need two skills then, which are these two, fine skills and front-end design. Okay, good. At any point, if you want to see the list of skills that you have, you can hit /skills. Let's go. If you don't see any, like here, it's a bit buggy sometimes. You might want to do /exit. Yeah, leave, blah, 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 file name. Oh, okay, it's going to save the session. Exit. Oh, sorry. Exit. Okay, good. And let's open it again. OpenCode. Now we should be able to see the skills this time. /skills. Okay, now we see them. Okay, we have front-end design, fine skills. Yeah, very good. I would be interested in having one last one, which would be the next best practices. If you just hit next here, you should see this one. Yeah, next best practices with 82,000 installs. Yeah, this one would be a good add. This way, yeah, this covers 15 topics, or yeah, file conventions, route segments, RSC boundaries. Perfect. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, now that we have configured the base skills and configuration of our general OpenCode, I think now it's time to create our folder where we are going to build our application. I have created this folder called My Project on my desktop, and I'm going to open OpenCode right here. Yeah, right there. Git bash here. My project. Yeah, I called it My Project, and I really strongly suggest that you're always coding inside a specific folder. Okay, great. Don't worry, the skills that we installed should still have access to them. List skills. There they are. Fine skills, front-end designs, next best practices. I strongly suggest you use these three. So for the moment, our project is completely empty. It's blank. The first thing you want to do is to init here. You can run the init command. So yeah, my slash here apparently doesn't really work very well. That's fine. I'm just going to tell him init repo. The user wants to initialize a Git repository. Not exactly a Git repo. That's not exactly what I wanted. I just wanted to init. Yeah. Okay, it created a Git branch. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, now it works. Okay, init. Now, this is the real init that I wanted, which is to create an agent.md. Let's do this. Now we should have this agent.md. So what is this agent.md that was just created? This is a set of instructions. Here it was created right there. We could open it. Since we have cursor open, yeah, let's close this. We have our skills there. Sorry, let me close this. Let's open our cursor here. Good, and now we should see all the files in our folder. This agents.md that was just created. You see, it's very short. Feel free to change this. For example, this one says always create a branch per feature, fix, feature, blah, blah, blah. Never commit directly to main. After merging, delete the branch. Okay, that's one way to do it. No build test lint or type check command established yet. Add this to file once tooling is set up. Okay, why not? So everything that we're doing here, this is related to the memory of our agent. Every time your agent does something, it's going to run this file first. So feel free to add anything here that you would like. My suggestion to you is not to overload this. They say the best practice is to keep it under 100 lines, and it always answers, it always reads it every time. For example, if I tell it always answer in Chinese, for example, let's do this, and let's run my code now. Let's say hello. Okay, great. And it's answering. The user is just reading. I should respond concisely as instructed. And I see, 你好，有什么需要帮你帮忙的吗? Okay, perfect. Let me put it back because I'm not coding in Chinese today. Let's go. And here's an agents.md file that I stole from Leon Van Zyl. Keep responses concise and to the point. Planning mode, always ask clarifying questions. Never assume design. Use deep dive sub-agents when possible. Okay, we're going to see sub-agents a bit later. Never implement features yourself when possible. Use sub-agents. This is going to save you a lot of tokens. Yep. When using sub-agents to implement features, act as a coordinator only. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm going to post this in the description. If you want to use it, feel free to steal it from me after I stole it myself. Some of the rules that you can see here is identify, never implement features yourself when possible. Yeah, using sub-agents. Yeah, because we don't want to have our context window to be to overflow. Our context window here, yeah, we have 14,000 tokens. We're already at 7%, and we haven't done a lot yet. Identify changes from the plan that can be implemented in parallel. Use sub-agents, okay. Use the best model for each task, blah, blah, blah. After completing features, always run commands like lint, okay. Database, never run drizzle push, yeah. We don't have a database yet, but this is a good safety feature. Testing, blah, blah, blah. UI design, you have noticed maybe that if you have vibe coded, your design might not be very consistent throughout the pages. So that's why we're telling it to use our design.md file, which we haven't created yet. So let me create it right now, design.md, and you could just paste this. Oops, no, where is it? Yeah, this is another design system that I also stole from Leon Van Zyl, where he has some very good skills that you can use. So yeah, the app is live AI planning desk, not generic desk dashboard. It tells you which colors, it says which colors to use, blah, blah, blah. Feel free to change this as well. Now that we have set up all of this, I think it's a good moment to commit, which means to make a save point with Git. So let's tell it commit everything. And since we have a Git repo already, so it's going to see that we have agents and design that were created. It's going to add them, and it's going to commit them. Oh, it's asking us, did you want to commit to main, create a feature branch, or type your answer? You know what? In my case, I think we can commit we can keep coding on just one branch. When you want to code your SaaS, it's better to go quickly. So I know some of my colleagues are going to hate me for saying this, but who cares about branches? Just commit directly on main, and that's fine. Please push to GitHub. Great. Okay, no remote repository is configured. That's right. So let's create a repo for that then. Let's go on GitHub and create a repo. I'm going to go choose, okay, new. My repo name is going to be OpenCode project. Who's the owner? It's going to be me. Okay, public with template, I'd read me, no. Okay, let's create the repo. Great, and now we have this URL here. This is the URL to our repo. So let's copy this and let's give it to OpenCode. So let's shift insert. Okay, let's hit enter. Now that I give it the URL, it should be able. Let's see if it's able to push directly. Okay, so it's adding this URL. We now have a remote. Oh, it was able to push. Perfect. So now if I refresh this page, I should see the files that we have just created. Excellent. We have our agents here, and we have our design here. And now we are ready to start creating our app.